All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into a book that became a massive global phenomenon, 50 Shades of Grey. We're going to get past all the noise and really break down the central conflict at its heart, this intense collision of love, control, and desire.
You know, this one question, why didn't you warn me? It's really the key to the whole story. To figure out the answer, we've got to look at how these two completely different worlds smash into each other, all through the eyes of our protagonist, Anastasia Steele.
So where does it all begin? Well, it's not with some whirlwind romance. Nope. It all kicks off with an interview, a scene that sets up this huge power imbalance from the very first second.
Okay, so picture this. On one side, you've got Anastasia. She's a shy English lit student who feels, in her own words, gauche, totally out of her element. And on the other side, Christian Grey, a young, brilliant, and just overwhelmingly confident billionaire CEO. The difference is stark. You can see it right away. Her in a borrowed blazer, him in a perfect suit.
Now, what's so fascinating is that Christian doesn't even try to hide who he is. When Anna calls him a control freak, he just owns it. He says, "I exercise control in all things." It's this blunt honesty that both creeps her out and, at the same time, pulls her in.
She walks out of that interview completely spun around. She's never had a reaction like this to anyone, and she has no idea why. And it's that confusion, that feeling of what just happened, that really opens the door for everything that comes next.
And what comes next is a pursuit. But listen, this is not your typical boy meets girl courtship. Not even close. It's this super intense, almost strategic campaign that makes it clear Christian's idea of a relationship is, well, unconventional.
The speed is just dizzying. One day, he's just this CEO she's interviewing. The very next day, he shows up at her job at a hardware store. Then, boom, he's arranging a photo shoot. It all happens so fast, and it leads to a coffee date where he starts to show his hand.
And this is a huge turning point. Just as Anna is starting to feel that classic romantic spark, she wants him to kiss her, he slams on the brakes. He tells her to stay away, that he's not the man for her because he doesn't do the girlfriend thing. This is where the story pivots hard away from romance and into something way, way more complicated.
So if it's not a girlfriend thing, what is it? Well, Christian's idea of a relationship isn't about feelings and spontaneity. It's practically a business arrangement, built on a formal, written contract with super specific roles and rules. He lays it all out for her. In his world, there are two roles. The dominant, that's him, the one in control, and the submissive, the role he's offering to her. Simple as that. And this isn't just some casual agreement. We're talking about legally binding documents, an NDA, a formal contract you have to negotiate, a list of hard and soft limits, the whole shebang. It's all incredibly structured. And when you actually look at these rules, you realize they cover everything. What she eats, how much she sleeps, when she's even allowed to touch him. This goes way beyond the bedroom. It's a blueprint for giving up your personal autonomy. So faced with this absolutely bonkers proposition, Anastasia asks the million-dollar question, okay, what do I get out of this? And Christian's answer is so simple and so incredibly arrogant. Me. That one word tells you everything you need to know about how he sees himself. Words on a contract are one thing, but to really make her understand, Christian shows her the place where this contract comes to life. He shows her his playroom. The very first thing she sees when the door opens is a huge wooden cross with cuffs attached. There's no mistaking what that's for. The shock has to be immense. And then her eyes drift to a wall just covered in paddles, whips, riding crops. Any ambiguity about the room's purpose just evaporates right then and there. And the centerpiece of the room? It's this big four-poster bed. But it's not for sleeping. It's covered in red leather and fitted with even more restraints. When Anna finally asks him what this room is for, his explanation is chillingly simple. It's where he gets joy from her submission. It's a place for, as he puts it, both reward and punishment. So you have the abstract rules, the shocking playroom. Eventually, it all has to become real. And when Anastasia agrees to really dive into Christian's world, it leads directly to the breaking point of the entire story. To try and get inside his head, to really understand, Anna asks him to show her the worst of it, to punish her. But the reality of it isn't sexy or thrilling for her. It's just a brutal, emotionally crushing experience that completely shatters her.
And in that moment, it all clicks for her. This is the conflict she can't solve. She wants his heart. She wants love. But his world, this world of rules and control and pain, has just broken her spirit.
And that's it. The decision is made. She returns all his expensive gifts, the laptop, the phone, the car keys. Each item she gives back is another piece of his contract, another piece of his control that she is completely and totally rejecting.
You see, in the end, this story isn't really just about an unconventional contract. It's about this epic clash between a system that's all about structure and control and the messy, unpredictable, uncontrollable nature of human love. And it leaves us with a really powerful question. When rules are supposed to create safety, what happens when those very same rules are the thing that causes the deepest possible pain? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.